Okay, this next one. A philosophical story about the god of madness and self-playing chess that can be played only once. So this is a game designed you can only play one time. After that, you can't play the game again. Very psychological in that way. You only get one ending, even though there's multiple, and you can't redo it. You can't redo it. So we're going to go in and do it ourselves. What could be more insane than the world born by accident? Perhaps only the mind that tries to find the sense in it. Click to continue. It's not some crazy artwork. Before thought takes flesh, there must be one who can speak. What language does the living one speak? We speak English. The language of merchants and conquerors from the northern lands beyond the sea. Actually, that's pretty accurate. Wait. I'm just going to see what these all say. The language of distant civilization where mortals strive to reach the heavens with their creations. Okay. The language of the people of the forest and the cold to worship the phony gods. And then elder speech spoken by the god. Okay, I like that. I like that. Great depictions, even though those were all in English. So if you don't speak English, I don't know how you're going to know. You've been given the chance to live a story. You can only do it once. It's likely to bring you pain and suffering. You can't repay it and change your decisions. Your actions will stay with you forever. What will you do with the worries that have been sent to you? We're going to play the narrative. Oh, wait, worry? Skip forever. No, we're going to play the narrative. Click to begin. He looked creepy. He got like that little star eye. Got that twitch going. Okay. You don't know much about this place. Well, that is accurate. I don't know much about this place. Are we going someplace with food? Okay, direct living room, direct pretender. In front of you are figures in the hand of a sleeping creature. Something tells you there's more hidden within them. Okay. You don't remember why you're here, but you feel an interest and an urge to reach for the powers you've never known before. Okay, so this is basically we're choosing white or black. Direct pretender, direct living one. Well, he called us living one before. I guess we'll choose Y. Direct fool. Direct king. Direct mad. Oh, so they're all... We're basically choosing... What happens if we... Okay. Is this how we're starting the duel then? I guess that's how we chose our pieces. There were chess pieces before you. Light one turn. I've not played chess since I was a child. But something tells you that behind what's happening now lies something greater. You feel that what you're doing will now have consequences. Okay, as if the fate of this match will bear long-lasting consequences and within the pieces run blood. It's your turn to move. It is indeed. This is not the proper setup for real chess. We're missing 2 squares, at least. Should be at least one more on each side. Okay. Yeah, feel that what you're doing will now have consequences. Nothing else has changed there. White one victory? What does that mean? Every move they make is someone else's destiny, and only one god may weave their motives. You should be dead for your insolence. Let's do this better. For the fun of it, I'm going to let you decide your own fate. I'm going to tell you 3 riddles. If you answer truthfully, everything you say will come true. If you lie, you'll become one of the pieces and remain with me. Do you accept this offer? Yeah. I like how the other answer was no, I'd rather die. But be warned, I am the narrator here, and I can distinguish lies from truth. So basically, you're gonna just say what you want to say, and nothing actually is real. If you lie, you die in the most horrible way. All right, first riddle. There was a white king. He was direct and kept everything under control. And one day he met a fool on his way, and the fool was direct, but the dark with the filth of the world. Okay, direct but filthy. Tell me how that story ends. The creature knows when you lie, and it wishes to only hear the truth. The king was... What? There's a white king. He's been direct and always kept everything under control. And one day he met a fool on the road. The fool was a direct man and a dark from filth of the world. Tell how that story ends. All these are lies. When you're ready, give an answer. Okay. What does that mean, though? We're not playing. So is this the analogy he's talking about then? You realize you won't find the answer to your question here. This is the strangest game of chess I've ever witnessed with my own eyes. Okay. I mean, the white one's gonna win this time, I have a feeling. He's very outnumbered. And it's checked. Again. Yeah, light one victory. Okay. You know, I've been thinking about it, and I've realized that it's no fun looking for answers when you have an eternity to find them. So I thought I'd make it more interesting. Let's do this. You now have 7 days to give me answers. If you don't do it, you die.
7 days.
7 days? Oh my god, I'm gonna die next Monday?
Yes. No, wait, Monday? That would be 7 business days. This is 7 days starting now.
Oh, did I say 7? Sorry, it's 6 now. Remember, every choice is important, and it has to be true in order to happen. Otherwise, what's the point of the story? It has no relation to reality. Okay. So wait, it said a dark fool versus the white king, right? Oh, I think I see. I think we had the combo. Okay, I understand now. Are we deciding, or is he deciding? How their meeting came to be and what passed is known only to this starry night. So they sat down and played a game of chess, basically is what it's saying. Basically what they're saying, they sat down and played some chess. You saw how the white king was to kill the fool. The king was to kill him. Before that said it was a lie. The fool and the king stood on equal conditions. The king knew how the world worked and how ruthless it could be towards his mistakes, born of short-sightedness and hasty folly. I feel like Shakespeare reading this, y'all. The fool was simple and naive and did not see things clearly. The king raised his white hand and cut off the fool's head, while the fool was thinking of things beyond his understanding. The world is cruel to foolishness, thought the king, and he went on his way. After the incident with the fool, the king grew more saddened by the nature of people. Relatable. It seemed to him that all human beings in his kingdom were foolish, dark, and dirty, mirrored the delusions that prevented him from seeing things in their true light. The king went on to a royal hunt to distract himself. While chasing a wild boar through the woods with his guards, the king came across an old hut where a dark man lived. He reads cards and had lost the last shreds of his mind. He was mad for fortune telling. He held out the cards to the king, but the king did not believe in fortune telling because he was always direct. What did the king do to him? Let's think about that. So, okay, we still got the White King. Okay, direct. We have direct, mad, versus the direct king, right? I think this is right. I think it's mad versus mad. We're gonna find out. You won't find the answer to your question here. No. That's not good, man. I mean, the light still won. We're gonna switch that back then. Yeah, we get it. So mad. Put that back at king. Okay, we know these things must be correct. Mad seer. He held out dark cards to the king, but he didn't believe in fortune telling because he was always direct. What did the card reader do? Okay, so is the card reader... What fools we are, chat. What fools we are. The White King met the mad card reader on his path. Okay. How their meeting came to be and what passed here is known only to the Starry Night. Okay. Interesting. You hear something stirring but cannot make it out. Oh, if only somebody living could speak with the card reader instead of the White King and learn what truly happened. Like it's still trying to keep it secret from us? Light 1 victory. You saw how the White King killed the card reader. Okay. Well, now we know that truth. That's always the first one. The seer made decisions, but he didn't know what to do with them or where they led. Okay, there's one more riddle and we only have 2 days. He had possibilities, but they were scripted by someone else. And because of his blindness and his ignorance of how the world works, he did not know he was doing or how to use them. I feel like I'm preaching. The king was direct, and he looked to the seer with his dry eye and cut off his head through the foolishness and the blindness to his expectation. The king thought the world is ruthless to the blind expectations and went on his own way. After the seer, the king felt even saddest about the kingdom. He wanted to see if all people he ruled over were dirty and wrong, that there's no light in the dark lives and no point to anything bright. He went to the most prosperous village, and there he met a man of reason and thought. But his skin was dark from working in the mud of the fields and had nothing with him but lucky dice, which he used to make the decision for himself, thus appealing to the will of the world. The man wanted to see the king, the White Lord who controls the fate of people in the village. The living one came to the king, looking for his figures, and then the shamanic field and Sloppy touched them without permission, smearing them with mud. Listen, what did the White King do to him? Okay. You need to know what at least one truth. need to have at least one tarot card. Play for your life. Okay, the living one. With dice, right? Living one with dice. Disturbed the White King's peace. And was direct. Direct, king, white, dice, living one, black, right? Okay. Duel it out. I hope we got this. But something clicked in the White Kingdom's chest. All his life he's been doing right by the will of the world, making people's fate as his own. But if there is any chance for the will of the world not to be direct, to let the impossible happen, what the White King had always been deprived of. He remembered that the madman, the fool, looked at the peasants and thought that if the moments of the will of the world did not respond to what was right for them, but behaved madly and blinded by the card reader, or like the card reader, what would be the plot weaved into the madness? What would it look like? The king was direct. The madness ruled his moment, thought the king. So the madness is taking over. The king's gonna lose to madness, of course. Dark one turn. Do you want me to play? Okay. Oh, it tells us what we have to move with that dice. That's the dice mechanic. Okay, that actually kind of cool. So it really is by chance, huh? Oh, we're face to face. Dark one victory. We defeated the White King in madness mode. You saw how the wheel of chance happened. We did. We saw it. We not only saw it, we played it. Time is over. You must give the answer. Fate allowed him to leave. That's the truth. The king was direct and never relied on chance. But this time, something special resonated with inside him. He looked at the living one, at his foolish endeavors and hopes, not applicable to the world's wheel, and thought that if he was king, let him be able to create something light and alive. Light fortune existing in its own little world. He gave the dice to the peasant and sent him off to live in his imaginary world. For what is value of luck? I need to take a drink. It's tongue twister moments here, chap. For what is the value of luck? If not to be the most value of luxury of kings, which is not allowed to them. That is deep. What could be more terrifying than a world ruled by accident? Perhaps only an existence buried in dead order. We got the good ending. Of all the endings, we got the good endings. The king was death, but sometimes even a death has to play dice. If you're watching this on YouTube and you liked it, give it a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you love it, subscribe. And don't forget, you can catch us live every single day except for Tuesdays and Thursdays. And hey, every Sunday, it's horror game day. So don't miss out if you're into those horror games, you know what I mean? So I hope to see you there.